It's 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. You've got a deadline tomorrow, and you swore this time would be different. You'd start early, crush that project, and finally prove to yourself you're not a lazy piece of shit. So you're sat at your desk, laptop open, ready to work. At least that's what you told yourself. And after 62 TikTok videos, 4 hours later, you're still sat there. Nothing done, no real progress made. Most people want to stop procrastinating. Most people won't. Most people want to be productive powerhouses. And the reality is they won't. And the reason why most people won't do these things is because their brains are fucked. And if your brain's fucked, well, you're fucked. In order to stop procrastinating, you must have the ability to start. Start on one particular task and keep going until it's done. And if your brain is fucked, how do you expect to do that? So, this is how to unfuck your procrastinating brain. Part 1. You're a master of delay. I think we can all agree that taking action is vital in beating procrastination. So what is action? It's the ability to dedicate 100% of your energy to one singular task. And so if you're not taking action, you must be wasting time on multiple things, otherwise known as procrastination. And quite frankly, we're all losing the ability to start. We're all procrastinating. Simply put, we can't do anything anymore without putting it off. I can bet you've already thought about checking your email, scrolling social media, and when you do shit like that without realizing it, you're brainwashing yourself. Training your own mind to need constant delay, to only function with procrastination. And with a brain like that, how the fuck are you planning on getting shit done? Just start the task, start it now, and don't stop until it's finished. You'll soon find out you're addicted. Not to laziness, but to delay. You're addicted to procrastination. And if you continue to feed this addiction, none of this video really matters. You won't beat procrastination. So to stop this addiction, you're going to go through a 30-day protocol. Now, each day of this protocol will be split up into 30-minute segments from 1 a.m. to 12 p.m., 30-minute segments. Then as you go about your 30 days, simply track what you actually accomplished in each of those 30 minutes. By the end of it, you should have clear data on all the pointless shit you do instead of working. Then all that's left to do is remove the pointless shit. Sounds simple, but what have you really got to lose? So just try it out. Part 2. You're probably overwhelmed. Most people don't know how to start their tasks, and this is because they don't know how to break them down. And when you don't know how to break tasks down, you can't know how to start. And when you can't know how to start but know there's things to do, you're left overwhelmed. And this is the stage where most procrastinators stay their entire lives. They either never work on anything because they don't know where to start, or work on the wrong parts their entire life and have nothing to show for it but regret. And this stage I'm talking about is commonly referred to as the procrastination pit. Most probably where you are right now. That stage in your life where you don't know how to start but want to do something, but you don't know what or how to get there, so you don't do anything. That's the procrastination pit. And to get out of this stage in your life, you need to do one very simple thing. You need to enter the flow state. Now, the flow state is a place that's highly recognized by your favorite athletes, business owners, and according to a study back in 1990, the single most productive place a human could be. So, what is it? Well, most likely you've experienced it before. It's that feeling you get when you're lost in work, like when you're deep in a project you love, when you're so deep in the task at hand, the outside world just doesn't seem to exist. Now imagine you had that feeling all the time, locked in, focused with zero procrastination. Now that's where we're aiming to be here. No more overwhelm, just total focus on crushing your tasks. And to get that, all you really need to do is clearly define some things. First, what exactly needs to be done? No bullshit, don't overcomplicate it. Just stare at your task list and think until you have your answer. Then when you have that clearly defined, simply break it down into tiny, manageable steps. And as long as you actually take action on these steps every day, you'll remain in the flow state until you've crushed your to-do list. Because think about it, all the flow state really is a hyper state of productivity. Focus on one specific task with steady progress being made. Part 3. Your habits are shit. As a human, we operate inside a system. You wake up, go about your day, go to sleep, repeat. Now this system has inputs and it has outputs. The inputs being things like your routines, your habits, and the inputs have a direct effect on the outputs. You start your day scrolling social media for an hour and you'll perform like shit. We all know this, so why do we ignore our habits? I'm sure you sat down to work before, stared at the screen, and couldn't type a single word. That's your habits, inputs and outputs. You build shit habits. Then you're gonna work like shit. And if you think you can beat procrastination with a brain that works like shit, well, you know the answer. So if you're looking to make a change in your life and give better outputs, fix your inputs first. Because it's all well and good wanting to stop procrastinating and planning how to do it. But if you're in a vehicle that's broken, no matter how hard you try, you're not going to get there. So stop neglecting your habits, and it's easy to ignore, but just trust me, give yourself good inputs, and the great outputs will come 10 times easier. And not only that, you'll have a clear, unfucked, procrastination-free brain.